Let's make chickpea soup. This recipe is one that I introduced on the website very early on in the development of Small Kitchen, Big Entertaining. So let's get started. There are only 6 ingredients that are in chickpea soup. Basically, we have some fresh rosemary, we have some fresh sage that we're gonna chop up, chicken stock, 2 cans of drained chickpeas, olive oil, and then lastly, a little salt and pepper to taste. We'll start with chopping the herbs. I'm gonna start with the sage. The recipe calls for a teaspoon, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and chop a little more. Really, it is to taste. The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of fresh rosemary. A tip when you're pulling the leaves from the rosemary is typically just pull them directly from the bottom of the stem itself. That way they'll come off. And remember, this is a rough chop because ultimately to get the soup smooth, we're going to use an immersion blender. Okay, great. Next to just a regular pot, you're going to take your drained chickpeas. You're going to take your fresh rosemary. In this case, I'd like it to have a little bit more woody flavor, so I'm going to use about a tablespoon. And the same thing goes with the fresh sage. You're going to take a quart of chicken stock. To make this a vegetarian soup, you can use vegetable stock, but you're simply going to add 1 quart of stock to the pot. Next, you'll add some olive oil, about a teaspoon of salt, or 4 to 6 turns, and a half teaspoon of pepper, 3 turns. Next, using a regular wooden spoon, just give everything a stir. And then you're going to turn on the heat. We're going to bring this to a boil and reduce it to simmer for about 20 minutes. Our chickpeas have cooked for 20 minutes. So now we're going to take the top off, and using an immersion blender, we're simply going to blend the soup. Remember, when using an immersion blender, always try to keep the blades towards the bottom of your pot, or else you'll have soup everywhere. Now, let's give it a taste. Perfect.